Bennett, Mark Anthony, Dallas McCarver. Just finished up a leg session probably like 3 hours ago. I think we're just recovered now at this point. So anyway,
a lot of sushi.
Yeah, leg session today. You know, Dallas and honestly Mark and myself are just starting to ease into a prep. Dallas is kind of easing into off season. So the idea was not to have a hard session today, which in reality didn't actually happen. We actually have a pretty hard session. And honestly, sometimes for me in training and, you know, I think long term, you know, you kind of always have a good game plan sometimes. Like on paper, it might have been a little bit more than we want. But in reality, like anytime I can get a hard training experience, anytime we can just like bust our balls, I think long term is more beneficial. Like if we had BPAC come in and just F us up on a couple sets, I'm sure Dallas will remember that set more than the times he went in and took it easy in the gym.
Yeah.
So in reality, I mean, it's like some people like, we're very structured. Yes, we have a methodical approach. We have an idea of what we're doing too, but we just like training hard. And sometimes there's more than just the specific things you're doing during your training that are going to improve you long term. So on leg day, anytime you can have an epic leg day, I'd much rather have that than be like, well, we took it safe, we played it careful, blah, blah, whatever. So for the workout today, honestly, the idea was hams and glutes. Some of the things we wanted to start with were occupied, so we decided to do a little bit of quads. Which meant a couple all-out sets. Honestly, like, we haven't trained with a ton of volume lately. Dallas just had a big volume leg day a few days back, so we really didn't do crazy volume, but was like, okay, well, let's do a couple really freaking hard sets. And so we did leg extensions. You'll see, you know, kind of as our warm-up or activation, you know, we were really kind of slow and methodical with the first few sets, really nailing the shortened position. That's the benefit of that exercise. You can't get that stimulus anywhere else, any other exercise. The quad fully shortened or fully contracted. So you see the first few, and not super light, but 2, 3, 4 plates, we're just making sure we nailed that position 100%. And then when we went to really our all-out sets, when we slapped some weight on, you know, if we missed that top just a little bit, the other benefit of the exercise is you're just so locked in. The only thing that hurts is quads. I mean, it's great. It's not ever going to be your hips. It's not going to be your back, like might happen on a squat or a hack. So you can really just take it all the way. So we did some straight sets with forced reps and partials, and we cussed at each other and called each other names. And it was a good time.
4 plates. What the fuck? 4 plates? 3 was hard.
Then we moved on to a Cybex squat press. At MI40 we have a little modification on that. It's anyone who's used that leg press, it already overloads the top, so most leg presses just stay the same the whole time. That Cybex actually makes it harder at the top, and then we put a big ass band on top of it because we're assholes. It's one of our secrets to getting big quads is being an asshole. So that one is that one's brutal. Again, Dallas will tell you we were an asshole to him on that set. You kind of want to take it a little bit easy.
Yeah.
And it just, we don't have an easy button. I said there's not a no chill button back there in the leg room. So
it's a good way to welcome my legs back to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember my legs. Squeeze harder right to the bottom. Yeah. Slightly make it hard for you. Squeeze. Come down lower back. Squeeze before you move. Right now. As hard as you can. Don't let that go. Continuous motion. Don't let it go. Make it harder. Let's go on down. 10 in a row now. 10 in a row like this. With the leg. Let's go. I got you. He's right there. Hard. I got you. Go for it. Come on. I got you. Let's go. It's light. Squeeze that shit. Yeah, do it again. I got you. Come on. Up. Go back.
So we did some same thing. We did a couple hardish sets. So we worked up a couple hard sets of 10, 12 reps, and then same thing, worked up to just an all-out set. The benefit of the leg press is it's pure mid-range. You're not going to fully lengthen or fully shorten your quad. So from a quad standpoint, the goal is just to keep the hips locked in and still. And you'll see 3 different guys on that go through 3 different ranges of motion. So some people are like, oh, you got to bury your legs into your chest. Dallas is, for the biggest guy, probably has the best hip mobility of all of us. So he gets his thighs pretty well into his chest, and we're kind of maybe somewhere in between. And at the end of the day, it's like your range of motion is your range of motion. If someone wants to explain to me how your hips rolling up and your spine rounding helps your quad development by bringing it lower to your chest, thighs to your chest, I'd like to hear that explanation. So in reality, you just take it as low as you can without your pelvis or your spine moving at all. And then once that's locked in, you just work. Just grit your teeth and just listen to the cuss words and push until your spotters tell you to stop pushing. So that was touching on quads. We touched on them pretty good. And then we did some lying leg curls. Actually did quite a few working sets there. Same thing, work to one all-out set. You'll see that's a cool leg curl that we have where we can start overloading the knees or the legs where it's more flexed, so hamstrings in a more short and flexed position, and then it kind of moves to mid-range and it kind of moves to the lengthened range. So again, if you're going to do like one exercise targeting kind of the hamstrings through their knee flexion function, it's a pretty cool machine because you can really stimulate it through all points of the range. And again, you just pretty much get everything out of them with not a whole lot of sets. So again, some force reps, some partials, really taking the set all the way there. Quality reps. Hard squeeze, down slow, come on. All you're thinking is squeeze, hard as you can, come on. Squeeze, down slow. 2 to go, Mark 8th, come on. Hard squeeze, don't swing from the bottom, man, use your hands, come on. Hard squeeze, finish, finish, finish. Down slow, you got partials, don't you let tension off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. And then Dallas told me not for competing, just for personal reasons. He wants a really big ass. He's trying to get a date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get a date. But seriously though, I mean, obviously it's a funny thing. A lot of guys get into working out because they want big arms and big chest. If you start competing, if you know anything about competing, you want full development. I mean, you want big ass legs, you want big glutes, you want big hamstrings. If anybody knows a guy named Ronnie Coleman, kind of famous for probably the best glutes and hamstrings of all time, and those tie-ins. So literally, like for me, and I'm not important, my competitive career is not important, Dallas is kind of is. That's kind of the visual we want. Literally, we want big glutes, we want big hams, we want sharp tie-ins there. So we did a deadlift variation, basically a stiff leg deadlift with the band across the hips. The benefit of that is most deadlifts very, very taxing the stretch, the lengthening position. But as soon as you stand up and pull that bar into you, there's basically no load, from that bar imparted on your hips. So putting a heavy band across the hips makes it very hard or taxing at the bottom. So it's a cool exercise because out of the bottom with a straight leg, very, very taxing on the hamstrings. As you come up to the top position, your glutes gain a really good mechanical advantage. So you can really get a strong glute contraction at the top. Right now, come on, man. 5 minutes, go left. Come on. Easy, come on. Keep going, Dallas. Come on. 3 now. 3 to go. Come on, man. 2, Dallas. Push it quick. Come on. Yes, 1. Make it hurt. Come on. Yeah. And if you watched us, Dallas and I kind of yelled some numbers at each other we really didn't want to hear on that last set. So I was going to do like 2 more and Dallas said 5 more, and then I think I said 3 more to him and then counted like 8 more after that. And honestly, it's a unique feeling. It's freaking brutal. It's brutal in the glutes, it's brutal in the hamstrings. I was pretty effed after that set. Yeah, so it's really good, honestly. So I thought I enjoyed it, had a great workout. Definitely trained harder than if I had trained by myself, which I'm sure hopefully these guys will attest to as well. And that's kind of the goal, man. It's kind of harder than doing it on your own. Little execution stuff, little effort stuff, and at the end of the day, that's what we're all always working on. Those are the things that'll get you bigger: better execution, better effort, and just trying to push both of them as high and as far as we can. So, anything to add?
Let's go.
Then we went 1,200 pounds of sushi, and now we're